First glow settles on the street, cool air brushing past my cheek. Windows wake without a sound, a quieter rhythm all around. Footsteps tracing silver lines between the trees and traffic signs. Nothing urgent, nothing loud, just open sky without a cloud. Every breath comes easy now.
됐습니다.